house prices rose by 6.7% last year, according to the latest ONS Land Registry Index, a significantly larger increase than the comparable asking price, which was calculated by Rightmove, who published their average just earlier. This does mean now that there are indices, and it's important that people bear in mind the difference between average asking and average sale prices. The gap between average asking prices calculated by Rightmove and sale prices by the Land Registry is now getting significant, with an average of 27% discount compared to asking price over the last 13 or 14 years. But house prices haven't performed the same across the whole of the UK, nor indeed from parish to parish. If you look at house prices increasing in London and the South East by roughly 50% since the year 2000, in Northern Ireland they've fallen from their pre-credit crunch high by 50%, a significant amount and one worth underlining. But it's been sales volumes that have suffered perhaps the most marked change over the last 12 months, with the number of sales in England down by 22%. This is mirrored across the rest of the UK in the other countries, but it's London that's seen perhaps the most dramatic fall-off, with 40% fewer homes selling last September. Remember, that's the first full month post-Brexit referendum in June. 40% fewer homes selling, and a significant amount of change in the £1 million plus market at the top rungs of the housing ladder. But as Neil Hudson's helpful illustrations remind us, actually the change has been across all price bands across the country. And if you look in London, housing transactions at the lowest level are down by 70%. So this is not solely a problem for the top end of the market. Those looking for help in terms of numbers for those wanting to change the Chancellor's mind on stamp duty land tax, particularly at the top end, are going to be disappointed. There's still, as yet, no evidence of a slowdown or drop in tax take, although no doubt there will be a change reflected in these numbers later in the year. And otherwise, the government is still suffering from a lack of fiscal control over the housing market, with a slight fall in the number of cash buyers, but nevertheless they remain the largest single group of people buying houses. They don't care what happens to mortgage rates, whether mortgage rates goes up or down, and therefore trying to tame the market is that much harder for government and for the Bank of England. So in summary, September saw a fall in transactions. Average prices over the year ended up slightly up. Thank goodness repossessions are nearly at an all-time low. All of which illustrates or underlines, I hope, that my instinct that the stamp duty land tax changes, the transaction friction, was what was having the greatest impact on the housing market. We've yet to see the full influence of the referendum vote, which no doubt will come later in the year. Predicting what might happen to house prices in 2017 is going to be very difficult. Most commentators are talking about a flat or slightly rising market. I think I may well be one of those on my own, thinking there might be a slight fall, and no doubt people will be coming back to look at this towards the end of the year.